Stop number 16 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle as it is long known as we're here at Pocono, Pennsylvania for the running of the WIX Filters 400 as we're set for 30 laps of racing on this 2.5 mile triangle shaped racetrack. And of course, anything can happen on a track like this. Let's put it that way here. On the pole for this race here today, it's number 31, Daniel Bouchard. He's on the pole for this race, qualifying at 185 miles an hour. He'll be alongside number 29. That is Zachary Fitzwater sitting alongside. Second row, Laura Chung at number 98 and number 15, Alex Miller on the outside. Third row has number 4, William Brock in the Kodak Film Chevrolet, and number 21, Quentin Moore. Quentin has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's race to go forward. Car number 21. Quentin was the winner also this season at Charlotte in the 600. Fourth row has 26. That's Ryan Brommer, the Quaker State Ford, and number 40, Zach Winkle, the Daytona 500 champion. Row number 5, Zach Rogers, number 6, the Valvoline Ford, and number 33, that is Matt Mcintyre, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. Sixth row sees car number 30. That's Ryan George in the Jimmy Dean Sausages Pontiac. He's alongside number 1, Trent Dunham. Next row down has number 20, Joshua Osborne in the Home Depot Pontiac, and number 44, Seth Cole. Next row down has Aaron Macklin, car number 87, the Burger King Chevrolet, and number 36, Cement Oscon, the M&M's Chevrolet, the M&M's Pontiac. Next round is number 25. That's James Henry in the Budweiser Chevrolet, and number 7, Allison Rain in the Excite Berries Ford. Next round has number 94, Jessica Shelton, 2-time winner this season so far. Jessica won at Bristol, and she also dominated at Riverside. Last race was brought to you on the tour. She's flanked by car number 3, Cole Deaver. He won at Atlanta this season, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Next row down has our second in-car camera, the number 99 Excite Berries SKF Ford. That's Levi McIntyre. Beside him will be number 10. That's Paul Minnick. He won a season at Talladega. Next row down has number 90. That's James Sykes in the Heilig Myers Ford, and number 2, I should say. That's Dylan Young, the Miller Lite Ford. He won a season at Richmond, and he also he won the season at Rockingham. And his second one came at Texas. Next row down, we'll see car number 16, Rob Evans, and number 75, Jesse Turner. Next row down after that would be car number 41, John Andrews. He won at California. And number 18, Nathan Ormond. Next row down has number 22, Dylan Poteet, and number 43, Mike Becker. Next row down has number 17. That's Roberto Crown Jr. He's flanking him outside of him will be car number 5, Phil Parker. Next round has number 88, Keith Batson, the Ford Quality Care Service, the Ford Quality Care Ford Credit Ford Thunderbird. Trying to get that out of one breath. He's another 2-timer this season so far. There, Keith won at Darlington, and he also won at Martinsville. The guy he benefited from that, the guy who basically gave him the win at Martinsville, not intentionally, sits alongside Batson. That's Charles Sanford, number 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. Charles, though, has since won this season. He won a season at Sonoma. Next row down has number 23, Wes McCoy, and number 42, Kyle Matthews. Next row down after that will be car number 20, that's 28, that's Kat Batson. She'll be alongside number 71, Daniel Gatrock. And starting shotgun in the field will be number 37, that's Dylan Ebrahimian in the 37 car. And Muhammad Abdullah in number 81. So that's your starting lineup for today's race here at Pocono Raceway. We'll be going 30 laps of racing here on this 2.5 mile triangle track. three different shows or 3 different lengths, and the turns are 3 different banking. Turn 1's 14 degrees, turn 2's 8 degrees, turn 3 is 6 degrees in banking. The front stretch at Pocono is 3,740 feet in length. The long pond stretch is 3,055 feet in length.
Drivers, start your engine!
That's the way to get a race going right there. That's the way to get a race going. The commencement begins of the engines, and the North Chute is 1,780 feet in length, as we mentioned here. As the pace car leads the field off of pit road for the pace lap over here. Pace lap will be back for the start of the race right after this here for the WIX Filters 400 at Pocono. Field is on the north chute at Pocono Raceway here, as they're just now coming, as they're about to head into turn number 3, as we're about to get the green flag for racing here today. Pole speed, as we mentioned, 185 miles an hour, very fast at Pocono. It's fast, it is competitive, and it is exciting. But most of all, it is tricky. We mentioned Quentin Moore and Levi McIntyre, 2 of our in-car cameras. Our third camera will be carried by another Ford. That will be Keith Batson will be carrying the third in-car camera in today's event. As the green flag flies, and we are underway here at Pocono. The WIX Filters 400 is on. Through turn number 1 they come here on this track. There's Bouchard heading in down the backstretch here, 200 plus miles an hour going into the turn. He'll slow down for turn number 2, about 168 miles an hour. And he'll really brake hard for this part of the corner here, 195 miles an hour, down to about 147 in the turn number 3. So about almost a 50 mile an hour drop in speed going into that third and final corner. And Bouchard leads the first lap of this race here. His first lap tied at 174 miles an hour. Daniel won the season at Richmond, but he has since been feasting. It's since been feast or famine for Bouchard, really. When it comes to the season here, he can either run good or he'll have something go wrong with his car, or just the car will just plain not run good. Fitzwater up the high side here. Here comes William Brock down low, number 4. He'll take the position away. He's got Ryan Brommer, who had a solid qualifying effort at number 26 in that number 26 Quaker State Ford. As Brommer moves down the low side, he'll take position away. That is, I believe, will be 5th position, or maybe no, that'll be 4th position he just took away right there from Fitzwater. He's got his top 3 a hip ahead of him there: Bouchard, Chung, and Brock. And here comes one of the best there, Zach Rogers. It looks like he's already gotten by Alex Miller in the 15 car as he come off turn number 2. And keep your eye on Zach Rogers. He usually runs usually runs strong in any track he goes to, and we'll see what happens with a Valvoline Ford. But Quentin Moore now moves to the inside. He's got other thoughts. He gets by Alex Miller in the 21 car. They're on board with Quentin Moore. Going through turn number 3 here. I should also remember too, there's no turn 4 at Pocono. I almost said turns 3 and 4 there, but there's turn number 4. There's no turn 4 at Pocono. It's a 3-turn track. It's easy to get mixed up with you. So used to saying turns 1 and 2, turns 2 and 3, or turns 3 and 4, whatever. But yeah, but there's no 4 turns at Pocono. It's all 3. It's a 3-turn track. So as we ride with Quentin Moore in the 7th position right now, up ahead of him, Zach Rogers, as we go to turn number 3 right now. And actually, we got to change for the lead. I forgot to mention that too. That's Laura Chung. She's taking the lead away from Daniel Bouchard. There's Chung in the RCA Ford, number 98. Best finish of the season was a 2nd at California, and that great finish with John Andrews. Which, unfortunately for Laura, she lost out on that battle, but she hopes to get her first win really soon in this series. And that 98 car running pretty strong. She's won a pole this season. That came at Talladega in the Winston 500. She qualified outside pole for her first race of the season, the Daytona 500. So that car's usually good. It's got a good qualifying program on the plate track, so but elsewhere it's hit or miss in some ways. Bouchard in the 2nd position right now. Ryan Brommer at green 26 up the 3rd position now. 4th is number 4, William Brock. And here comes Quentin Moore, number 21 to the inside, as Zach Rogers gets hung out. Joshua Osborne, number 20, Moves up behind Moore in the 21 machine as Osborne tries to get by Zachary Fitzwater in 29. Giving it Scooby-Doo car a pretty good ride here so far. But he's got Alex Miller trying to move the inside, but Miller now falls in behind in a 15 machine. Miller's best finish this season was also a second. That came at Dover. And that one was also a heartbreaking finish for, like Laura Chung at California. It was also a heartbreaking finish for Fitzwater, or I should say for Miller, because he finished a heartbreakingly close second to Kyle Matthews at that race at Dover. And like Chung, Miller also hopes to get his first victory of the season here. But unlike Chung, though, Miller has won in this series before. He's won twice. Season 25 in the Mille Yellow 500 at Charlotte, and he also won season 29 last season at the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. You watch Zach Rogers here now trying to get by Miller in the number 15 cars. He's hooked up with Joshua Osborne and also the one car of Trent Dunham, and Rogers just about turned the 15 car around. I thought he was going to turn him around, to be honest. Miller gets a bite on the outside of the track, though, as he gets to drive off Fitzwater's car, and Miller pulls back ahead of Rogers. And now here comes number 1, Trent Dunham in the Pennzoil Chevrolet. A couple of motor oil companies being represented right there in this battle here. Valvoline versus Pennzoil. And moving up to the field like a bat out of you-know-where comes number 33. That's Matt Mcintyre. Matt did not score a win last season until the season finale at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Napa Know-How 500. But Matt has been solid running some solid runs there this season as well too. And he like some of the other top contenders have been hit or miss this season as well too. As we watched him running in 10th position, Fitzwater's in 11th. 12th is Brian George in the 30 car for Kev Shear Racing Tech. Brian George gave that car a tremendous run at Riverside, the last race in the Tour, on a road course, no less. A track that that team has somewhat struggled on somewhat. His boss, Kev Shear, is usually pretty good on the road courses. But Ryan George, not so much. But he gave that car a tremendous performance at Riverside, though, and he says he wants to bring that car back to Watkins Glen for the next road race of the season, but that won't be but a few races from now, race number 23 to be exact. But we're on race number 16 right now, so it's not far away from this season, but still. But Ryan right now runs 12th position, 13th is Zach Rogers, Allison Rain is 14th, Levi McIntyre runs in 15th position as he's about to feel pressure from Jessica Shelton in number 94. Jess runs in 16th position. 17th is Seth Cole. 18th is Dylan Young. James Henry's 19th, and 20th is Dylan Poteet. And Seth Cole will now get by Shelton as they go through turn number 3. Rear bumper cam from Levi McIntyre's perspective. Coming off turn number 1, there you go, right there. See how fast Levi goes down the backstretch here. And he'll go 206 miles an hour at the end of the Long Pond straightaway. Down about 173 miles an hour in the middle of turn number 2. And he'll hit turn 3 at 196 miles an hour and down to 144 miles an hour in through turn number 3. So that's a 52 mile an hour drop if you do the math on that. And there's the roof cam from Levi's view, 205 miles an hour to turn number 1. Right there behind another McIntyre, Matt McIntyre in a 33 car, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. Levi up to 14th position right now in the Exiverse SKF Ford. Let's check and see where our third in-car camera is running right now. That's Keith Batson, and there's the view from his perspective. He runs right now 27th in the order. Keith, the winner, as we mentioned, at Darlington and Martinsville this season. Two-time series champion, looking to go for his third, but Keith has been falling off a little bit in performance somewhat the last few races, though. But Keith and his team, though, have I mean for that team, Keith Batson and his wife Kat, though, and the KB Enterprises team, it's pretty much almost 24 hours a day for that team, as far as getting their cars ready and trying to get the chemistry built up and whatnot. But that's just a very but that team just strives for greatness in this series here, as he runs right now behind Cement Oscon's car, number 36 car. You see that sign right there on the back of the 36 car. M&M's Pontiac says keep back, new driver. New driver for this season, at least for the M&M's Pontiac. So, Cement Oscon right now runs in 25th position. Right, that make that as Batson just took 26th away from James Sykes as we go back to race view. So some exciting in-car pictures from Pocono Raceway here. Kat Batson runs right there, just not far behind Keith. She runs 29th, but about to lose that to Kyle Matthews in the 42 car, our winner at Dover. Matthews has not been running all that strong here, coming off a win in the Miller Yellow Racing Series event at Kentucky. As they go through turn number 3 right now, and that series is off for a couple races until they head to the Milwaukee Mile for the Die Hard 250. Which will be run just after the Pepsi 400 at Daytona, as a matter of fact. Some other big names back there, too, right there. As you see, John Andrews back there, Mike Becker, Daniel Getrock, and Muhammad Abdullah battling back there. Charles Sanford having a horrific run in that 24 car. He runs 38th right now. Dylan Abrahamian behind him in 39th, and Rob Evans is on pit road. Something has gone awry with the Family Channel Ford. Crew working feverishly trying to. Crew's been working since about the. Oh gosh, has been working for the last 11 laps to try to figure out 12 laps to make that, to try to figure out what's wrong with the car. I have a feeling that 16 car is going to be out of the race before too long. And speaking of Evans Gardner Motorsports, a teammate, a quasi team up, I guess you could say, Quentin Moore leads the race right now. Number 1 is where is the position he's running at right now at car number 21. But here comes William Brock at number 4 to Kodak Film Chevrolet. Looking inside for the lead, for lead position, Alex Miller runs 3rd. 4th position is Laura Chung. And Daniel Bouchard runs in 5th position as the 4 and the 21 cars run side by side. And here comes Brock. He'll take the lead in number 4. William trying to get his first victory this season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. He's won a Mello Yellow race this season already. That came at Rockingham. Give it that number 4, Kodak Film Chevrolet out of Morgan McClure Racing. A really good ride here today as we're halfway home. 15 laps in the books, and 15 laps are left to go here in the WIX Filters 400. On board with Quentin Moore in car 21. He runs right now 2nd. Up the high side goes the 21 machine here to come off turn number 3. See how fast Quentin runs that Sitco Ford in turn number 1. 197, 199, 203, 4, 205 miles per hour. Like we saw Levi Mcintyre do a little bit earlier, going into turn number 1. And down about 174 in the middle of turn number 1. Just listen to the sound of that Ford engine. Those Fords sound really mean, don't they? And here comes another mean Ford here moving up through the field. That's Alex Miller in the 15 car. He's up to second position now in that light blue quality care Ford. It's not the same team Keith Batson drives for, by the way. It's his own team that he drives for. Alex Miller Racing. As now Bouchard moves up behind him. You got a couple of blue cars up there. One a Ford and the other a Chevy. With a splash of yellow and red there for just thrown in for good measure. And here comes another Ford. That's Laura Chung. Ford's ruling the roost right now, except you got a Chevy leading this race right now as they come off turn number 2. But here comes Moore to the low side for second place on Miller. Bouchard trying to stick his Chevrolet down the low side here for third position. He wants second position, it looks like. Pouring on the power is car number 31, Daniel Bouchard. He gets by Miller. He's got the help from the 98 car of Laura Chung. All chasing car number 4. That's William Brock. There he is, the Kodak Film Chevrolet. William trying for his first victory this season. It'll be a big boost for that number 4 car, for that number 4 team as they head to the next stop on the tour at Michigan for the Miller Lite 400, which will be the halfway point to season 30. In the 34 race seasons, Michigan will be the home stop number 17 of the season. And then the 18th race of the season will be the start of the second half of the season, which will be the mid-season classic, the Pepsi 400 at Daytona, back where it all began this season during the Daytona 500. Chung is in 5th position. 6th is Trent Dunham. 7th is Zachary Fitzwater. Joshua Osborne having one of his better runs in a while. He runs 8th. 9th is Ryan George. And a battle for 10th between Seth Cole, Zach Rogers, Matt McIntyre, and the 40 of Zach Winkle. As here comes Rogers and Seth Cole side by side. The 44 to 6 going out. Pontiac low side. Ford on the high side. A couple of northeastern drivers, Seth from New York and Zach from Massachusetts. Down the front stretch they come as you see Quentin Moore moving to the low side of the track. Or I should say stays single file. I should say, not move low. Got a red and white Fords hooked up side by side, hooked up nose to tail. Quentin in car 21, Laura Chung in 98. That's third and fourth position. You see right there. And Joshua Osborne tried the high line move, but unfortunately his gamble rolled snake eyes on that one as they come off turn number 3 now. Osborne regroups, tries once again as he tries to come up behind the 30 car of Ryan George, but he's got Seth Cole to the low side now in number 44. There is Seth, the number 44 Hot Wheels Pontiac. 2 Pontiac side by side right there. Seth in the 44. Josh won the 20 car. Battle for 9th position. Joshua pulls back ahead. That he's got such good torque in that number 20 Home Depot Pontiac. Been a long time since Joshua's won races in this series here. Same with Seth Cole. It's been a long time since he won. He was the season 28 series champion. Went winless, unfortunately, last season, as they come off turn number 3 now. And we got a race now going on here. Here comes number 31, Daniel Bouchard, up on the back bumper of number 4, William Brock, as they go into turn number 1. And we're already less than 8 laps from the finish, and we're only less than 10 laps from finish. 10 laps from the finish here. We got 8 laps remaining now. Here in the WIX Filters 400. Brock in the 4. Bouchard in 31. Here comes Bouchard. Low side. 2 Chevys side by side. And it's Daniel Bouchard taking car 31 to the top spot. Winner of the season at Richmond. Looking for his second victory of the season. And here comes Trent Dunham. We haven't talked about him much today. And he's trying for second place now. Trent has not won in a long time in this series. Can Trent possibly pull it off? Or can anybody else behind him pull it off? Here comes Quentin Moore. He's also looking for his second victory of the season, much like Bouchard. They're 3 wide to turn number 1. They make it through okay as they go down off turn number 4. And turn number 1, I should say. Laura Chung had almost thoughts of making it 4 wide, and that would not have been a smart move here at Pocono. Dunham down the low side. Dunham the second. Brock has dropped to 3rd position now. You got a pair of yellow Chevys going in it right here. One's bright yellow and the other's kind of a marigold yellow, I guess you could say. So you got 3 Chevys in the top 3 spots here at Pocono with now 6 laps remaining. Laura Chung low side for 4th position on Quentin Moore. Ryan George, though, don't count him out just yet. He's up in the 6th position right now in the Jimmy Dean Sausages Pontiac. Pontiac's quite a few Pontiacs in the top 15 spots, and there's only 9 Pontiacs represented in this field, along with 13 Chevrolets and 18 Fords. Ryan George getting past her. Here, keep your eye on that gold. Keep your eye on that golden black Pontiac. Ryan George trying to close them up right here. And of course, him and Kev Shear and that whole team, based out of this state of Pennsylvania, so they're trying to do the home state fans proud here. But here comes Dunham to the low side of Bouchard for number 1 spot. Side by side, the 31 and the 1 cars going out of here. William Brock throws his hat in the ring in this battle here. Bouchard pulls back ahead by about a full car length, but Dunham drives it in deep in turn number 2. Drag race down the long punch, down the north chute here. Bouchard high side, Dunham low side, and Dunham gets the push from Quentin Moore, and Trent Dunham goes to the lead. Four laps to go. Onboard camera from Quentin Moore's view right there to Sitco Ford. Trying for, as we mentioned, him and Bouchard both trying for their second victories of the season. Bouchard pulls back ahead here. Quentin Moore pulls up behind. Trying to get up to that number 1 card. Don't go away, guys. This is going to be plenty. This is going to be quite a finish. Or maybe in for a good finish. Let's put it that way here. Off the 3rd corner they come. This completes lap number 27. We're down to 3 to go. Moore tries the low side once again through turns number 1 and 2. Turns number 1, I should say. See what I mean when I said you're so used to saying 1 and 2? It was actually just turn 1. Quentin Moore dives it down the left side once again here. These two are battling side by side, but the thing they're doing is letting Trent Dunham get a lot of breathing room on his lead. And here comes Ryan George. He's not out of this. Like I said, keep your eye on that golden black Pontiac. He could be a contender here. But they're running out of time. They're coming up for 2 laps to go. Dunham has opened up his lead a little bit here, but Quentin Moore, car 21, the Tennessee Terror, trying to move his way back up to the field again. In fact, the top 2 drivers are from the T-States. Quentin from Tennessee, Dunham from Texas. It will be the white flag this time by here at Pocono. Trent Dunham trying to hold on for his first victory of the season. Quentin Moore and Daniel Bouchard both looking for their second win of the season. What's going to happen? They come off the third corner. They'll be seeing the white flag. 1 lap remaining in the WIX Filters 400. Who will it be? Chevy deploying first. Ford in second. Chevy in third. Ford in fourth. And a Chevy in fifth. Bouchard down the low side. He tries for second place. Moore gets the draft off of Dunham's car as they come down the long punch straightaway. 3,055 feet in length. They'll head into turn number 2 now. Laura Chung inside for third position, I should say, on Bouchard. Brock and Osborne are trying for the top 5 spots themselves here down the north chute as they come. Bouchard, I should say, Chung getting a push from Osborne, and she'll take, I believe that was third position right there, but that's not where the position's at here. To the start finish line to come, checker flag waves. The WIX Filters 400 belongs to Trent Dunham. He wins at Pocono. Trent Dunham in the number 1 Pennzoil Chevrolet goes to victory lane for the first time this season as car number 1 finishes P number 1 here today. Quentin Moore, you can't say he didn't give it a try though in the last couple of laps though, as he brings the Citgo Ford home second position. A whole lot better out than he had at Riverside when he finished way back in the back in that race. So nice recovery for Quentin from the last race on the tour. Third position will go to Laura Chung. Fourth to Daniel Bouchard. Fifth to Joshua Osborne. Sixth place will go to William Brock. Seventh to Ryan George. Eighth to Alex Miller. Ninth to Zach Winkle, and Seth Cole will finish in 10th position. Average speed 181.159 miles an hour. There's Rob Evans' car. They never got his car back going. All intents and purposes, he was out of the race pretty much. So there you have it with that. So 15 races are in the books, and we have I think 18 races left to go in the season. So like I said, we're we're 16 races in the books. Actually, 16 in the books and 18 to go this season. So next race, as we mentioned, will be at Michigan. It'll be halfway home, 17 down and 17 to go, and that race is over and done with. So hard to believe, halfway home in the season already. Rest of the finishing order for you here today at Pocono. Zachary Fitzwater will finish 11th. Allison Rain 12th. 13th will go to Zach Rogers. Matt Mcintyre 14th. 15th will go to Jesse Turner. 16th, Cole Deaver. 17th will go to Paul Minnick. 18th to Levi McIntyre. James Henry 19th. 20th will go to Ryan Brommer. 21st, Nathan Ormond. 22nd will go to Phil Parker. 23rd, Keith Batson. The Dillons finished right together. Poteet 24th. Young 25th. Kyle Matthews back in the back, 26th position. Kat Batson 27th. And Jessica Shelton did not need this run here today. She finishes 28th in this race here. So she definitely did not need that run here today here at Pocono Raceway. So sure that team will regroup and prepare for Michigan, obviously. Anyway, Roberto Crown Jr., 29th. 30th will go to Mike Becker. 31st, Cement Oscon. 32nd will go to James Sykes. 33rd, Aaron Macklin. 34th, Wes McCoy. Muhammad Abdullah, John Andrews, Daniel Getrock, Dylan Abrahamian. Charles Sanford had a tire failure on the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. He ended up 39th and 40th with a one-lap mechanical failure. But they're not telling us. They're just going to say he finished 29 laps down. But let's be real. He had a mechanical failure. Rob Evans finishes last, unfortunately, in this race here today. Tough break for that number 16 team. So that will do it here today at Pocono Raceway. Congratulations once again to Trent Dunham as a Texas Terror gets his first victory of the season. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got in our races. We got gaming videos. We got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is the main series on this channel. And of course, if you want to get into next season of the Duracell Cup Series, get with Seth, and he'll get you going for that series, of course. So, and also be sure to check out our other two series that does NNSCRA Offline Series, Those two series being the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series from YouTube user ThrashManiac99. That's Levi Mcintyre's channel. And also be sure to check out X867530988 X. Let me say it again. Be sure to check, and also be sure to check out the channel X86753098858X. That's Dylan Young's channel. He's the guy who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup series. So be sure to check out those two channels. Give them both a subscribe. And if you want to, join their series as well, too. So, and they'll get you going on that as well, too. And, of course, also subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, this channel you're watching here, for some rather cool stuff as well. So that will do it here today at Pocono. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of off-fun racing at its best. We'll see you at Michigan for the Miller Lite 400.